Welcome. If the world has felt cold or hurried, come in. Come in from the noise. Come in from the demands. Come in from the feeling that you must be everywhere at once. There is a place by the fire for you. It has been waiting for you all day. While you were rushing, the fire was burning. While you were worrying, the hearth was warm. It is steady. It is here. Tonight, warmth will remember your name. You have arrived at a hearth where time slows. And the world outside can rest. Imagine, for a moment, that you are standing at the threshold of a great, quiet room. Behind you is the wind. Ahead of you is the glow. The firelight welcomes you like an old friend. There is no need to rush. No need to do anything at all. But soften. You can put down the bags you have been carrying. You can take off the heavy coat of responsibility. You do not need to be the person who solves things tonight. You do not need to be the person who holds it all together. Tonight, you will return to the warmth of your own heart. The place where peace begins. Let this be the start of a quiet homecoming. The world can wait. Right now, you are here. The emails can wait. The lists can wait. The future can wait. Settle into your space. Adjust your blankets. Move your pillows until they support you perfectly. Feel the weight of the day slip away, like soft snow settling on the earth. Just drift. Just settle. The hearth is warm. And you are safe here. Take a deep breath in. And as you do, imagine pulling in that gentle warmth from the fire. Imagine the air is golden. It is thick with comfort. It smells of amber and burning pine. Feel it spread through your chest. Now exhale slowly. Letting go of the tension you have been carrying. Letting it leave you. Imagine the tension leaving your body like gray smoke. Rising up. Drifting away. Vanishing into the night. Let's find a rhythm together. A rhythm that is slower than the world outside. A rhythm that matches the slow pulse of a sleeping earth. Inhale for 4 seconds. Slowly, comfortably, breathing in the quiet. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Fill the lungs gently. Do not force it. Hold for 2 seconds. Letting the pause create a soft space for peace. Hold. 2. In this pause, everything stops. There is no movement. Only stillness. Exhale for 6 seconds, releasing all the tension, all the effort, and letting go completely. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Feel your shoulders drop. Feel your chest sink. Let's do that once more. A slow breath in. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Gathering up the scattered parts of yourself. Calling your energy back home. hold, hold, 2. And a long, slow breath out. Each breath fans a small ember of ease. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Blowing gently on the spark of peace in your chest. Now, just let your breath find its own natural, easy rhythm. In and out. No effort required. You are no longer doing the breathing. You are being breathed. Like the tide coming in and out. Like the seasons changing. It happens without your effort. Your body knows how to rest. You are just giving it permission. Feel the surface beneath you. Solid. Steady. Supporting you completely. Trust that support. You don't have to hold yourself up. The bed will hold you. The floor will hold you. The earth will hold you. With each breath, you feel your body gently sinking deeper into rest. Imagine that you have just come in from a very long walk in the deep winter. Your body has been braced against the cold. You have been holding yourself tight against the wind. But now you are near the fire. And the thawing begins. Let your feet soften. Feel all the small bones in your feet. Letting go. Imagine the warmth of the hearth touching your toes. The arches of your feet. The heels. Any tightness from standing, walking, rushing, let it melt away like ice turning to water. Allow that softness to travel up into your ankles, your calves, feeling heavy and warm. The large muscles of your legs are heavy. They are turning to lead, sinking into the mattress. Your knees relax. The joints soften. Your thighs feel heavy, sinking into the surface beneath you. You are completely supported. Move your awareness to your hips, the center of gravity. Often, we hold the day here. We hold the readiness to run here. Tell your hips they can rest. There is nowhere to go. There is no race to run. Let them settle. Let them widen. Let them be heavy. Your back, supported and grounded, feels the release of the day. Imagine the warmth traveling up your spine. Vertebra by vertebra. Unlocking the knots, smoothing out the tension. Let your shoulders drop away from your ears. Drop them down and down and down. Let the heavy backpack of shoulds and musts slide off your shoulders and onto the floor. Let your hands rest lightly at your sides. Your fingers gently curled and soft. Your hands do so much. They type, they carry, they fix, they hold. Let them do nothing now. Let them be empty. Open hands. Open to receive the rest. Imagine the warmth of the hearth filling every part of you, from your head all the way down to your feet. Feel it relaxing your face, smoothing your forehead, softening the small muscles around your eyes. The eyes that have seen so many screens today. Let them close. Let them sink back. Softening your cheeks and relaxing your jaw. Unclench the teeth. Let the tongue rest on the floor of the mouth. With each breath, let your muscles relax, one by one. Your heart is steady. Your body at ease. and the warmth of the fire cradles you. There is nothing you need to do. Only breathe. Only be. You are a creature of warmth. You are a creature of rest. Let's offer a quiet prayer of gratitude for this present moment, for this sacred pause. In the quiet of your mind, you can repeat these words or simply let them wash over you like warm water. Inhale gently, and as you breathe in, say to yourself, "May I find stillness and strength in this space." Now, hold your breath for just a moment, letting the peace settle deep within you. Exhale slowly, releasing any lingering thoughts or concerns. May this time be one of remembrance, not of tasks, but of simple, sacred moments. May you rest in the glow of the fire and the warmth of your heart. Knowing that you are already enough. You do not need to earn this rest. It is your birthright. As this fire steadies, may I remember the quiet strength that lives within me. I am safe in stillness. Peace can be simple. May this time be filled with grace. And may I find peace in the quiet moments of this night. Amen. The journey to the cottage was a quiet one. Let yourself imagine the scene. You are walking on a path deep in an ancient forest. It is twilight. The sun has dipped below the horizon, leaving the sky a deep indigo blue. The traveler had been on this path before, but tonight it felt different. Slower. More needed. The road was dusted with snow. The kind of soft, feathery snow that settles gently on the earth, hushing every sound. Look at the snow in your mind's eye. It is not a blizzard. It is a gentle drifting. Large, perfect flakes floating down from the velvet sky. They land on your eyelashes. They land on your sleeve. Each flake is a reminder to slow down, to float, to drift. The world outside was quiet. A deep and peaceful hush surrounding everything. You know that specific silence of a snowy night? Where the snow absorbs the noise. No cars, no voices, no machines. Just the sound of the air. The air was cold and clean, and it felt good to breathe it in. A sharp, pure contrast to the world left behind. Breathe in that imaginary cold air. It wakes you up to the moment. It clears the fog of the mind. The sky overhead was a deep, dark velvet, and the stars were sharp, bright pinpricks of light. Orion, the bear, the sisters, watching over you. Before this path, there had been a day of noise, a day of demands, of feeling hurried and cold. A day of bright screens and ringing phones, and a mind that felt pulled in a dozen different directions. You remember that feeling. The static. The friction. But here on this path, all of that faded. It didn't matter here. The trees do not care about your emails. The snow does not care about your schedule. The cold air itself seemed to cleanse the traveler's mind. And the silence of the woods became a thick, protective blanket. As the traveler walked, each footstep made a soft, crunching sound in the snow. Crunch, pause. Crunch, pause. A simple, steady rhythm. Listen to that sound. Crunch, step. Crunch, step. It is a hypnotic rhythm. One foot in front of the other, moving toward warmth. The only other sound was the wind, whispering gently, so gently through the tall, dark pines that lined the path. Their branches were heavy with white, and they stood like silent, sleeping guardians. They are holding the snow so patiently. Ahead, just beyond the next bend, a warm glow flickered in the distance. A faint orange light. A tiny square of warmth in the wide blue cold. It was the cottage window, and it felt like an invitation. It seemed to pull the traveler forward, not with a sense of urgency, but with a simple promise of safety, of home. You walk toward that light. The destination is clear. As they neared, the familiar scent of pine and wood smoke greeted them. A comforting, earthy smell that spoke of warmth and steadiness. That smell triggers a memory in your bones. A memory of ancient safety. Fire means life. Fire means rest. They reached the small wooden door. Its grain familiar under their gloved hand. For a moment, they just stood there, breathing. Feeling the weight of the day. The weight of the journey. Fall away as they prepared to enter. Pause here. At the door. You are leaving the cold behind. They brush the snow from their shoulders and turn the cool brass handle. The latch clicks. The door opened with a soft, familiar creak. And instantly, a wave of gentle warmth welcomed them. Like a dear friend. Inside, the cottage was a single, simple room. Bathed in the golden light of the hearth. Pause here. Let the eyes adjust. The light is soft. It is low. There are no harsh overhead bulbs here. No blinking LEDs. No blue screens. There is only the amber glow of the fire, painting the walls in flickering shades of honey and gold. The door closes behind you. The wind is gone. The cold is gone. A wave of gentle warmth welcomed them, like a dear friend. It wraps around you immediately. It thaws the cheeks. It loosens the grip of the shoulders. A fire crackled softly in the fireplace, sending gentle waves of warmth that filled every corner. The hearth is vast. It is made of old, smooth river stones, stacked by careful hands long ago. The air smelled of wood smoke and chamomile and something sweet, perhaps old books and beeswax. Breathe that in. It is the scent of safety. It is the scent of a place where time does not matter. A kettle, still warm from its last boil, rested quietly on the stove. A wisp of steam rising from its spout, waiting for its next use. On the simple wooden table, a mug of tea was already sitting. Its steam rising in a lazy spiral. Look at the steam. Watch it curl. Watch it twist and vanish into the air. It is moving slowly. Everything here moves slowly. And beside it, a thick woven blanket was draped over the back of a comfortable, worn armchair. The one that perfectly faced the fire. The fabric of the chair is soft, worn velvet. It holds the shape of comfort. Everything here was simple, yet full of care. There was nothing to do here but rest. Nothing to prove. There are no clocks on the wall. The only time is the rhythm of the burning wood. Just the quiet sound of the fire and the scent of the wood smoke curling upward. A place to settle in, to take a deep breath and to feel the heart find its slow, easy rhythm once more. The travelers shed their heavy coat, hanging it on a wooden peg by the door where it could dry. Feel the physical sensation of that release. The weight lifting off your body. The coat contains the identity of the doer, the worker, the traveler. You leave that identity at the door. Underneath, you are just a soul. Just a person needing warmth. They stepped out of their snowy boots, lining them up neatly, and padded across the smooth wooden floor in thick woolen socks. Feel the texture of the floorboards beneath your feet. Smooth, solid, polished by years of footsteps. It feels grounding to be out of the boots, to be connected to the floor. They sank into the armchair by the hearth, pulling the soft, heavy blanket over their lap. Oh, the relief of sitting down. The chair holds you. It rises up to meet your back. You pull the blanket up. It is heavy wool, woven with care. It settles over your legs like a shield. It was warm, as if it had been waiting there for them. Tuck the edges of the blanket in. Create a cocoon. The traveler picked up the mug of tea. It was perfectly warm, not too hot. Wrap your hands around the ceramic mug. Feel the heat transfer into your palms. Your hands have been cold for so long. Now, they are warming. They sipped it slowly, feeling the warmth spread from their chest out to their fingertips and down to their toes. Taste the chamomile. Taste the honey. It warms you from the inside out. a liquid comfort. For a long time, they just sat, watching the flames. This is the oldest television in the world. The fire. The fire was a living thing. All amber and honey light and deep glowing red. Watch the colors shift. The base of the flame is blue, hot and steady. The center is yellow, dancing and bright. The tips are orange, flickering and reaching. And above it, the sparks. Tiny fireflies rising up the chimney, returning to the stars. It hissed and popped softly. A gentle, comforting song. Hiss, pop, crackle. It is a conversation the wood is having with the heat. They let their gaze drift around the simple room. There was a small shelf of books, their spines worn and soft. Stories that have been read 1,000 times. A round braided rug on the floor. Its colors muted by time. A small vase on the windowsill held a single dry stalk of lavender. There was nothing here that shouted for attention. Everything simply was. The objects in the room are at rest. The chair is resting. The books are resting. The rug is resting. And in its being, it offered a profound sense of peace. The traveler closed their eyes for a moment, just to listen. The crackle of the fire, the soft shush of the wind outside. The steady, quiet beat of their own heart, finally slowing to match the rhythm of the cottage. This was the art of rest, the art of remembrance. Remembering what it felt like to be still, to be held, to be simply and deeply home. The traveler leaned their head back against the chair. The wool of the blanket was soft against their cheek. The firelight danced on their closed eyelids, a gentle, flickering gold. The warmth of the hearth was not just on their skin. It was seeping into their bones, unknotting muscles they hadn't even realized were tight. A muscle in their shoulder released. The tension in their jaw softened. They let out a breath they felt they had been holding all day. And with it, the last of the world's coldness drifted away. As the traveler rested, a soft movement in the corner of the room made them open their eyes. It was not a startling movement. It was natural, like a shadow shifting. It was Hestia. She had entered so quietly, she seemed to have emerged from the firelight itself. She did not look like a queen or a deity who demanded worship. She looked like a grandmother, like a sister, like the feeling of safety given form. She wore robes of simple wool, the color of hearthstones and ash. She stood by the hearth, her hands steady and calm as she tended the flame. Her presence was gentle, yet unwavering, like the hearth itself, always present, always steady. She didn't hurry. She moved with a sacred, simple grace. Watch her hands. They are capable hands. Hands that have held 1,000 fires. With careful, knowing movements, she took a small piece of dry, seasoned wood and placed it gently onto the glowing embers. She didn't throw it. She placed it. She knew exactly where the fire needed fuel. The fire brightened instantly. A new burst of light, and the embers glowed with the rhythm of her steady breath. The room warmed. The flames danced, filling every corner with a brighter golden light. Hestia smiled softly, looking not at the traveler, but into the heart of the fire. It was a smile of contentment, of a job well done. Every home begins with a breath, she murmured. And her voice was the kind of soft that wraps itself around you like a blanket. The fire crackled in response, as if in agreement. And the traveler, watching from the chair, felt a profound sense of peace wash over them. They realized they were not a guest here. They belonged here. The fire was more than just warmth. It was a reminder, a symbol of the inner light, the eternal flame that burns steadily in every heart. This woman, this goddess, she was the keeper of that light. And she was here to help you remember it. The traveler closed their eyes again, feeling the heat of the flames on their skin. Hestia returned to the hearth and sat on a small, low stool. She didn't need to speak. Watch her sitting there. She is perfectly still. She is not fidgeting. She is not checking a device. She is not planning her next move. She is simply sitting. Her presence was the message. In a world that is obsessed with doing, Hestia is the goddess of being. The traveler watched her, how she watched the fire. She was not impatient. She was not waiting for something to happen. She was simply with the fire. She was the embodiment of sacred simplicity. Just wood. Just flame. Just breath. It was enough. Hestia moved around the room again. Her presence a soft comfort. She wasn't busy. She was simply tending. She straightened the blanket on the back of the sofa. She ran a hand along the wooden bookshelf, as if greeting the stories. She moved with intention. Each small, ordinary act a form of grace. She added a splash of hot water to the traveler's cup, refreshing the warmth. She was the goddess of the hearth, of the home, the keeper of the flame that makes a house a home. The traveler realized that this cottage, this hearth, was not just a place on a snowy road. It was a place inside themselves. A place they could return to. Always. Whenever the world felt cold. Whenever the noise became too loud. This room was here. the quiet center, the inner steadiness that Hestia represented. After a long, comfortable silence, Hestia turned, and her eyes were as warm and deep as the fire. They were ancient eyes. Eyes that had seen empires rise and fall, yet remained focused on the simple act of keeping the fire lit. She approached the traveler. She moved slowly across the rug. In her hand, she held a small, glowing coal. A single, perfect ember, taken from the heart of the fire. Look at the ember in her hand. It is pulsing with light. A deep, rich ruby red. It did not burn her hand. It simply glowed. It was pure energy, pure life. She offered it. She held her hand out to you. Keep this for your quiet moments, she said softly. The traveler held out their hands, cupping them together to receive the gift. Hestia placed the glowing coal into their palm. Feel the weight of it. It is light, almost weightless, like a hardened piece of sunlight. It was not hot. It was simply, purely warm. A concentrated warmth. A piece of the eternal flame. The traveler looked at the light in their hands, and then back at Hestia. But she was already turning back to the hearth. They knew, without needing words, that this fire was always available to them. It was their inner strength, their ability to find stillness, their warmth, even in the coldest moments of the world outside. Hestia had not given them something new. She had simply reminded them of what they already carried. The traveler let their hands gently close around the warm coal. and held it to their chest. Imagine doing that now. Pressing that warmth against your breastbone. They could feel its steady, quiet glow, merging with the rhythm of their own heart. They felt a profound sense of belonging. Here, in this quiet room, with the snow falling outside and the fire burning steadily within, there was no need to perform. No need to strive. It was enough. Just to be. Just to be warm. Just to be still. The firelight in the cottage began to dim. Not going out, but settling down for the night. The bright, dancing flames softened into a deep, steady glow. The room became darker, cozier. The shadows in the corners stretched out, soft and velvety. The hearth was still warm, still radiating peace. But it was time for rest. The traveler, you, felt a deep peace in the steady, soft crackle of the fire. The sound was hypnotic. Crackle. Hush. Crackle. Hush. The room was quiet now. So quiet. The snow outside had softened to a gentle dusting, and the wind had sighed itself to sleep. Everything is sleeping. The trees are sleeping. The stones are sleeping. The birds are sleeping. You are part of this great sleeping world. Hestia's voice came softly from across the room. A gentle whisper, almost like a thought in your own mind. The house sleeps. But the heart's fire keeps watch. You smile softly, feeling the warmth of that truth settle in your chest. You don't have to keep watch. You don't have to be vigilant. The fire is doing the work for you. You turn your gaze toward the fire, watching the embers glow, pulsing softly, breathing with you. Your eyelids feel heavy, so delightfully heavy. Like there are tiny weights resting on your lashes. It is an effort to keep them open. So you let them close. There is no rush to sleep. No hurry to end the day. The fire is still burning, steady and warm. The room is at peace. And you are free to rest. You feel yourself growing heavy. A wonderful, safe heaviness in the warm, comfortable chair. Your legs are heavy. Your arms are heavy. Your head is resting back against the cushion. It feels so good to let go. To feel the quiet of the house settle around you. Like a soft down comforter. The warmth of the fire is still with you. A soft, glowing presence in the room. Your breath is slow and even now. Matching the steady, gentle rhythm of the fire's crackle. Let's watch the embers together one last time. They are the lungs of the hearth. Watch the center coal. The reddest one. As the air moves over it, it brightens. As the air settles, it dims. It is breathing. In and out. Glow and fade. Let your own breath synchronize with this ancient light. As you inhale, imagine the warmth inside your chest glowing a little brighter. expanding, filling you with golden light. As you exhale, imagine the light softening, deepening, settling into the ashes of sleep. Inhale, glow. Exhale, fade. Inhale, warmth. Exhale, peace. You are connected to this rhythm. It is the rhythm of life. It is the rhythm of the universe. You don't have to force the breath. The breath happens. You don't have to force the sleep. The sleep happens. It is a tide that is rising to meet you. With every exhale, you are sinking deeper into the cushion of the chair. The blanket feels heavier. A good protective weight. The room is safe. The doors are locked. The snow is falling silently outside, covering the world in a blanket of white hush. The world is far away. You are here. In the center. In the warmth. And soon you drift. Drifting on the edge of dreams. Carried on the soft warmth of the hearth. Held in the safety of the cottage. The line between the room and your mind is blurring. The fire is out there. But it is also in here. You know deep down that Hestia is not just in the room. She is a part of you. The part of you that knows how to nurture. The part of you that knows how to rest. the part of you that is always home. Knowing that your own heart's fire, your own inner Hestia, will keep watch all through the long, peaceful, and quiet night. You don't have to hold the vigil. You can hand over the keys. I am tired, you can say. Rest, she answers. I have the watch. The house sleeps, but the heart's fire keeps watch. Feel that permission wash over you. The relief of being off duty. The relief of being small. The relief of being warm. You are home. You are safe. You can rest. Deeply and completely. Rest. Drifting down. Down past the thoughts. Down past the dreams. Into the deep, dark, velvety quiet. Where there is only warmth. Where there is only the slow, rhythmic beat of the heart. The fire is a steady glow, keeping its watch. It will be here when you wake. It will be here through the darkest hour. It will be here in the morning light. It is eternal. Your body is asleep now. Your mind is floating. Floating on a river of warmth. Drifting toward the sea of sleep. Safe. Held. Warm. And now I will leave you with the quiet. My voice will fade. but the fire remains. The house sleeps, but the heart's fire keeps watch. Feel the warmth of the hearth and let it hold you. As you drift deeper and deeper into peaceful sleep. As the fire crackles gently, let your mind soften. Let your thoughts drift away like smoke. And let your body rest. Completely and fully. The snow is a silent blanket on the world outside. The fire is a steady glow, keeping its watch. I'll leave you in the quiet now. Sleep well. Rest deeply. You've been listening to Soul Signal Sleep Stories. Until next time, may your inner fire keep its gentle watch.